Hello and all, welcome to the Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very last guest of this week is this sensational singer and songwriter known by all the way from the Netherlands herself. She's an incredible tribal sister also from the tribe community named Fallon. So I'm proud to announce all the way from the Netherlands, Fallon Molly, who's coming onto my show right now. So yeah, let's make Fallon very welcomed on the Galaxy Man Show, and yeah, let's add Fallon in.
Anyways, I'm so glad to have you on the show, Fallon.
Me too.
It's so amazing to have you on. So to people that don't know who you are, Fallon, if you give like a bit of backstory about yourself and introduce yourself, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
My name is Fallon Rachel Molly, and I'm 34 years old and have a daughter, 2 years old daughter. I have a husband. And I do singing, I play piano, I do sometimes acting, and I am also a nail tech, having my own business. So yeah, I'm a busy woman actually, very busy.
Awesome. So I'll dive right into the questions now, Fallon. So for my very first question, original songs you have created, and you sent me a list of original songs. So the first one I'm going to mention is called Over and Out. What was it like creating Over and Out, and what's the meaning behind this song for people that don't know what it's about?
Well, I wrote that song like many years ago when I was in a phase that, you know, people, when they broke up, they don't have a song like that, you know, being a little bit aggressive, like I could trust you, I don't want you, I don't want to talk to you, it's over. So I was like, you know what, I write about it, not because of myself, because I'm in a happy relationship. Don't mind me, I'm in a very happy relationship, but I wrote it for other people that doesn't have their own voice. Yeah, it was fun writing it, and the music that I used isn't mine. I have to say that it isn't mine. It was actually from a producing system that I had back then, and I used that sample. I did message that person that made the sample if it was okay to use the music, and he was like, you know what, it's already in a producer system, so go ahead, do your thing, it's yours, you know. So that's why I could wrote a song on that music. So yeah, and it's it's actually my first writing song that I made back then. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say, like, I heard it, like, as soon as you posted it on your voice, like, Fallon, we've already heard your voice in our tribal community, and your voice is exceptional. Like, I want to say that to you right now. Your voice is amazing, and you're really inspiring to everyone in our tribal community. And
I think it's
definitely going to stream those songs. Your songs are all incredible. So we'll dive right into the next question, Fallon.
Yeah.
So for my very next question, this next song I'm going to mention that you've created is called I'll Bring You. Like, what was it like getting to create this one, and what's the meaning behind I'll Bring You?
I Bring You is the Dutch title is actually Ik maak er wat van. It's about what we live, how we're living right now, what's going on in the world right now. Like people are so with me, myself, and I, and also very judgmental to others. Like if you do something, it's always wrong. It's not right. If you are like gay, it's not okay. If you are queer, it's not okay. If you are Muslim, it's not okay. If you don't jab yourself, it's not okay. Everything is not okay. So we knew that back then. It was like in 2000, and I think it was 2012 or 11 that we wrote about it. Like I wrote it with back then best friend and some producers. And we were like, you know, thinking about, okay, what can we say in a good song or on a good music platform? What can we say? What can we say about about certain things. So then we're like, you know what? Let's talk about we can do it. We bring it. You know, we make something out of it. We can do anything what we want. So the lyrics, yeah, I cannot translate it to English, but I will do that because it's very important that other people will know lyrics. But the lyrics is actually something powerful. So powerful, everyone, you know, and everyone can relate to that lyrics. So that was a hard time in the studio. We were in the studio back then. It was a hard time to think about, but it's something real. It's something that everyone should, what everyone is talking about. Like, you know, especially now. Now the lyric is more important than back then. So you understand how we were creating something back then, but now it's like very important right now. So yeah, it's a special song as well. The producer that made it didn't he had it online only on YouTube. So if I want to bring that song out, I need his permission to let the song out because I don't own the music. I only own the lyric, but not the music itself. So I need to, you know, ask permission if I may or if I'm allowed to, you know, bring it out like that.
Awesome. So on to our very next question. With the next song that we're going to mention is "Make It," another great song of yours. What's the meaning behind "Make It"? And what's the meaning behind "Make It"?
Actually, the same thing, like I said before, the same thing as the other song, I Bring You. It's also a powerful song, also created to, you know, make people aware of what's happening in the world. And yeah, it's something, it has some negative, but also some positive view on how you wanted to tell, you know, into the world. But I like the lyrics. I think it's powerful. I think it's matching to other songs that I create because it's like, you know, it's a project of reality and real life, and also the main problem what we have right now. Yeah, it is something I really like to sing. Also, the voice that I brought back then was like very yeah, I think like so powerful, but also like into myself, you know. But I did make a good job out of it. Yeah.
Awesome. So on to my very next question, Fallon. So with the whole music industry, what made you as a person decide, hey, I want to become a singer, I want to do this, and yeah, start your singing career?
I was 4 years old when I sing, when I become, well, when I sing actually. And I actually never thought about it to be a singer and to do something with it. It took me a long time to think, oh, wait, I have a voice. I can do something with it, you know? So for a long time, I didn't sing. Like, I think I was after I was because I lived in a foster system for many many years. So my priority wasn't about singing until I became an age of I think 11, 12, that I actually listened to music and sing with it, and I was like, oh, hold on, I have a voice and I can do something with it. So let me create something, you know. Then I thought, you know what? Maybe I need to write some songs or, you know, doing cover bands or whatever. But I couldn't because of the fact that I wasn't able to do all those things because of my situation back then. So when I was, I think, 18, 19 years old, I signed myself up at Idols. That was the first constant television show that I signed myself up for. But for some reason, I had some, I was scared and afraid of stage. So I really, messed that up. So I couldn't, I didn't went through the first of the first round. So you have two first rounds and then you get on television, right? Spoilers. So I went not through the first round. That was a shame because I was very scared. And then I decided to do theaters and actually made sure that my stage frightness went gone because I did theater. I was able to do some staging and went through the country, so it was very fun to do. And that's the reason I am more like this, instead of, oh shoot, I need to sing but I can't because I'm afraid. And that was the point that I knew, okay, now I need to do something about it. And I did. So I went to Idols, I went twice to X Factor, Holland's Got Talent. My uncle from Italy even thought he would bring me over to Italy to do Italy Got Talent, but never made that. But it's okay, maybe one day. So then I did a talent show here in the Netherlands, just local, not on television, not televised, just local, very fun. And do I have it here? Let me see. Yes, I have it. Hold on.
Yes.
Let me show you. I wasn't first, but that's okay because second is also a good thing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Second.
Yes. Yes. You go, girl.
I did it. And that was for me like the reason, or actually the reason that I was like, okay, I really want to do something about it. So I made my own producer, producing stuff at home, had my everything, my piano, everything I had, and made some songs. And one of the songs is actually Over and Out that I produced back then. But then I stopped for a bit because I was insecure again. And now I'm like, you know what? Screw everyone that thinks I'm not a good singer. I know I can sing. The only reason that sometimes went wrong is because I'm still doing stuff I shouldn't do, like smoking cigarettes. I have to quit with that, and doing some singing lessons so I can, I have to train my voice every single day, and I'm not doing that every single day, because I've got a daughter, I've got things to do, I've got my job. So, it's a little bit difficult for me to do full-time singing, but I'm going there because I'm busy and I'm doing my thing. But it's it's a long road I am taking. Difficult as well.
So onto the very next question, Fallon. So with the whole music side of things, what does performing music mean to you, like especially as an artist?
I think a lot. I think it's your voice you bring something that people can relate on, and I love that. I love to be a example for someone, even if it's one person, it doesn't matter. If I have to sing for one person, that's okay for me too. If I have to sing for 10 people, it's okay. I don't need whole crowds for that. If I can, if I can make people cry or laugh or whatever, I'm okay with it. I don't need money from that. I don't do it for money. I love do the singing. That's my I think my, how do you say that? My special place. Like when I'm upset, I'm writing. When I'm happy, I'm dancing. When I'm maybe a little bit quiet, I'm like playing the piano, so I can be in that place. So singing is very important, and I always do that. I'm singing in the shower, I'm singing in the train, I'm singing in my bed if I must do, I'm singing everywhere as long as I'm in my happy place, because that is my happy place. Yeah. So it's very important.
So on to my very next question. So if like, what's your like favorite all-time cover song to perform of all time, and why?
Ooh, I've got a lot.
Okay.
I have a lot. But I think if I'm going back, sorry guys, but it was the Spice Girls.
Yes.
It was the Spice Girls. That was my first girly band I really loved. And I was a very huge fan of Mel B. She was like,
Yes.
because she was the black woman in that group. And that was very important for me. Like, it was possible, even if you are black or blue or whatever, it's possible that you can do something with your life if you want something. And she was like an example for me. And after that, it became Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and Mariah Carey, but that was because of their voices. And then it was Whitney Houston. So, you know, like I said, I've got but Spice Girls was my main. Yeah, that was my main, actually. Jay knew it.
I love it. So, on to my very next question for you, Fallon. So, if you could go anywhere around the world, like tour-wise, to take your music anywhere, where would you want to go and why?
Well, first I'm going to my home country, Suriname. That's where my father was born, because most of my family lives there, and I really want to make them proud. So that will be my first country to go, to let them know everything is okay. Your niece is doing okay, you know? That's my first country. Then I want to go to America and Australia,
Yes.
New Zealand, of course. But also England, Ireland, Scotland. I really love to go to Scotland. Scotland. Oh, I love Scotland so much. And of course Europe itself. Like, Europe is my home state. Like, I live in the Netherlands, but Europe is my home, you know. So I'm a European citizen, so of course I'm allowed to do my thing here. Um, but if I'm going overseas, it will be Suriname, America, New Zealand, Australia. Yeah, that will be my countries to go to bring my music and hang out with my friends there that I've created, that I have, you know, and the new friends I have, because I've got a lot. Oh, and also Canada, of course, because I've got friends there too.
Yes. Yes. I love that. So, on to my very next question. So, if you could work with any top three music artists in the music industry, alive or dead, any choosing, who would you want to work with and why?
First, Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Okay, rest in peace, Michael Jackson. He was uh phenomenal. He was like, what he created, man,
Good
in
stuff.
music. Yeah, I know, right? He is a legend. Like, if I could work with him, I I I don't know. I think I'm something. You will be something, you know? You're not even a human being. You are more than that, because he's a legend.
And the moonwalk that
Um
he did back. Oh,
exactly. I can't do the
perfect.
moonwalk, but what he
Okay.
did, perfect. The second, ooh, that's a good question, but but yeah, I don't know. Maybe Whitney Houston, because she was a legend as well. Whitney Houston was phenomenal, and she created music, movies, like, her life depends on it, you know. And the first movie I saw from Whitney Houston was Cinderella
Yes.
with Brandy, and
Yes.
I was inspired by her way of saying things, actually singing things. That I was like, yeah, it's. She says it's impossible, but it's actually possible, you know. Um, yeah, she is my favorite second one that I really wanted to work with. But you know what? Also, rest in peace. And the third one, gosh, the third one. Whew, I think Adele.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Adele, she's funny though.
Yeah,
She has a lot of humor, and I love humor. Like that humor is cracking me up. And the way she's talking, amazing. But she's also a good example for how you deal with problems. You know, she had a lot of things going on in her life, and we didn't saw a lot of her eventually because of she was pregnant. Her ex-husband that was very and how she came back was like boom. And with those people I really want to work with because they are, yeah, I don't
powerful.
know, yeah, they cracking, but they come back like nothing happened. And that's very strong, and I love strong people, you know, because they showing me that no matter what's happening, everything is possible and you will do it because no one is paying your rent. No one is actually thinking about you. It's actually you that you need to think about, you know? And at the end of the day, you're going home alone. So that is something you really need to understand. And Adele showing that. She shows us that no matter what, how many people you have around or what they're telling you, at the end of the day, you're going home alone. And you have to deal with yourself alone. And that is so, so important. Meryl, Jay, Meryl has a special place in my heart. But she is my best friend, and I cannot fangirl her anymore. That is done.
I
She's
was
my
actually gonna, I
best
was actually
friend.
gonna, I was actually gonna mention, Fallon, a perfect person that you would actually be perfect with, an amazing artist known by the name of Rita Ora.
Rita Ora is amazing.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah,
be cool with Rita. I
yeah, I will
reckon I
be.
could
Yeah,
see. Yeah,
yeah. She is amazing. Rita Ora is like me. Just say what you want to say. Like she don't care about people's opinion, and I do love that. You know, and she's doing her thing. Rita Ora has amazing music, and she's also very funny as well. You
yeah,
know, and yeah, her music, I love it. I really love
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on to my very next question for you, Fallon. So, if you could talk to your younger self and looking back over your time at performing and music wise, like what would you say to your younger self looking back?
Well, the first thing I will say to my younger self is this. Um, you will be okay. You will be fine. Because I back then I didn't believe in myself. I was bullied back then and very scared and didn't believe that I could make it because everyone was telling me you won't make it, you will be that, blah 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 blah, you know, all those negative stuff. And I did believe that, you know. Until one day I was sick of it and I was like, you know what? I'm done with all the negativity. I will do what I need to do and I don't care what others will say or think or whatever. So I did my thing. And I came back strong. But that was after I did that. So I didn't knew back then I would make it. So now if I'm having a time machine, I will say to my younger self, even that you are left alone, putting in a home foster, all those things, you will be all right and you get an amazing life and amazing friends. Nothing is over yet. Um, oh, that is very, very sad actually, because that is something I never say to myself that everything will
Yeah,
be fine, you know? Yeah, but that's something I really want to say to myself, to my younger self, that
awesome.
I'm important and I'm beautiful and I don't have to be afraid of anything.
I respect that. I respect
Yeah.
that a lot. So, on to my very next question. Like with the advice part, like with upcoming artists that want to get into music themselves, what advice do you have for any upcoming artists?
Um, First thing, be yourself. I think that is the most important advice I want to give to new artists. Be yourself. And remember, don't do something you don't like, because the world, and especially in the musician world, it's crazy, and it can be very negative if you let others to tell you what you need to do, why you don't want it. If you don't want something, then don't do it, because it's about you and not about them. um and then I will say, have fun, make fun, enjoy, because someday it will be over, and it's on you if you have made it or not, so that is, I think, very important. Yeah.
So on to the very next question. So, what are the positive and negatives into creating your own music in the industry, and how do you get through those like negative moments as an artist?
Well, like I said before, if I'm mad or angry or like aggressive, there is one thing. There's actually a few things I can do, and I did all of them. First thing was like punching others, and being that. Second thing I did was only yelling. Didn't work out. Now I'm doing it in writing. So if I feeling something negative, I will write that down, being with myself. I don't want others around me, because then it will be wrong, and breathe. Just breathe. Write it down, play piano, as hard as possible, so every aggressive thing will be out, and then get over it. That's what I do. And with a positive thing, I dance and sing on the mirror, like I'm in a concert building in front of thousands of people, having my mic like this. Now I've got my real mic. I mean, used to be you did it with your deodorant, right? Like la, la, la. Now I've got my real mic. So yeah, then I dance and I sing and being happy, and also write songs, like dancing songs. I want to write dancing songs because I do have a lot of sad songs, but I really want to write like positive songs, like dancing and moving, and being a dancer. I hope one day. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Last question for you, Fallon. So onto that, like, what do you want out of your music? Looking after, like, straight after 2022 onto 2023, what do you want out of your music?
Well, I'm 34 now. I've got my own business, so I've got a very, very busy life to go on with. So musically, I don't think I will come out with it. I just enjoy writing songs, singing songs, and being private with it. And and if something happens, it happens. I just wanted to do it on my terms. Like, if I'm ready, I'm ready. If I'm not ready, it's also good. It's not necessary. It's not my dream anymore, because my dream now lies on my company. I want to have a big, big, fat company with a lot of things going on, and one day crossing overseas, and being a teacher and having students, and that's what I want now. And the singing, I will sing. I stay singing. I mean, I love it, and it's something I enjoy every single day, but it's not my main reason to do something with it. So yeah, singing on weddings, it sounds good. Or when Meryl asked me to sing on her lives, I will do that. Um, but then yeah, it's not my big dream to be famous or something. I don't want to be that famous. Now I know how it works. Like, because being famous is not everything. You can be yourself if you're being famous. You can be yourself, but not how I am right now. I am afraid that when everyone knows me, that I don't know, that things can happen to you in a negative way. And I think where I am right now in life, I don't need that, you know? It was like a kid's dream that I had, but now I'm like, no, I have responsibilities and have a daughter. I'm her big example, and I want to focus on her, what she wanted in her life, you know? So that is my main thing to do in life. So musically, maybe one CD and then done, like Puff Johnson did.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
love that.
one thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So, on to that, would you like to do a performance of one of your original songs on the show, Fallon?
Well, then I do a Dutch song actually.
Okay.
Why do I do that? Because I think the Dutch lyrics need to be crossed over the seas.
Yes. Yes.
I really love that. Let me see. Do I have it here? Okay. I need to get my Bluetooth on for this. Okay. Oh, I have to say the first so couplet is me, then it is my best friend, was my best friend Laura, then it's me again, then there comes the rapper, so it might, and then it's me again, but then you know which one is me and which one is not. Okay. Moet je doen in het leven, soms moet je daarna gaan streven. We zijn niet meer in het verleden, het kan zo zijn, het kan zo zijn. Moeilijke tijden zullen komen, daarom moet je juist haast voorkomen. Doe wat je wil, doe wat je kan, laat het niet vallen, maak er wat van. Doe wat je wil, doe wat je kan, laat het niet vallen, maak er wat van. Onder een ander ben je verstandig, hou jij rekening met elkaar. Ik zie dat de wereld verandert. Er is niets wat we kunnen doen. We protesteren, proberen te leren dat ze ons niet terugkeren. Een stap te maken zonder dat ze ons raken. Probeer niet te veel te wagen. Samen sterk, niet alleen. De wereld draait om ons heen. Feitelijk, algemeen probleem. Doe wat je wil, doe wat je kan. Laat het niet vallen, maak er wat van. Doe wat je wil, doe wat je kan. Laat het niet vallen, maak er wat van. Doe wat je wil, doe wat je kan. Laat het niet vallen, maak er wat van. Doe wat je wil, doe wat je kan. Laat het niet vallen, maak er wat van. Yeah. The John Along.
Moeilijke tijden zijn geweest, te veel stresscrisis maken me gek. Overleven als een soldaat, vechten in de desert. Niet zweet, over die is zo vrees. Trippelzak, zippers op de pijn met sixpacks. Adrenaline stroomt door mijn aders als sixpacks. Voel me alleen in het huis. Het lijkt alsof de muur op me afkomt en fluistert. Moeilijke tijden zijn geweest, het was zo zwaar. Maar bleef denken aan goede tijden en hield mijn hoofd daar. Zomaar uit het niks, die ellende. Zoeken naar de stoot en de hooiberg. Ik moest er naar rennen. Ik ben er niet doorheen en heb hem overwonnen. Bleef vechten voor die shit tot de laatste seconde. Ik doe nu wat ik kies, zo later niet meer kan. Ik zal genieten van het leven en ik maak er wat van. Ja, kom op.
Je doet het in leven, streven, beleven. Dus maak er wat van. Dus maak er wat van. Oh. Je doet het in leven, streven, beleven. Dus maak er wat van. Dus maak er wat van. Oh yeah. Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, Fallon, that was amazing. Everyone, there you go. You heard it from Fallon. What an incredible performance. Can I just say thank you so much for appearing on my show, Fallon. It has been
Of
such an
course.
incredible pleasure.
Thank
do you have
you.
any last final thoughts that you'd like to share to people on the show?
Well, just enjoy life, be yourself, getting stronger, and live your life as you want to be. Like, at the end of the day, it's you alone that has to deal with yourself, no other people. So just enjoy and be happy.